Hey everybody, my name is Mitch Stripling. I'm an emergency manager in Brooklyn, and this is my Apocalypse Prep COVID-19 rundown. What I want to talk about today is race, and in particular, the way race and class affect COVID-19 infections and deaths, and why these reopening plans that are happening everywhere, particularly in Georgia, but in other places too, are going to hit hardest at people of color and communities of color across the country. And to poverty too generally, but why in particular that this heartache is going to focus on communities of color. So that's what we're going to talk about as soon as I get one more drink of whiskey, and then we're going to get going. Feel free, if you're on and you're listening to me, you're welcome to pop questions into the chat after I do my initial kind of rant here. Then I'm happy to jump in on any kind of questions that y'all may have. Okay. So I'm going to check my phone now. This is what we do, right? Now that we're all stuck at social distancing, we're always checking our phone all the time, even when it's completely inappropriate, like when we're, live streaming something. Okay. For real. I need to figure out. Okay, here we go. So let's get started. Really, the scotch is getting me through this. So people talk a lot about viruses and disease as being equal opportunity. And that may be true. A virus in particular, all by itself in nature, may be equal opportunity. It may try and kill anybody it can. But the fact is, in our society, the disease is not equal opportunity. In Chicago, for example, 69% of the people that have died from coronavirus are Black, even though they only make up 32% of the city's population. In Mississippi, Black folks made up 56% of coronavirus infections and 72% of deaths. Milwaukee County, half of its COVID cases were Black folks, 81% of the deaths. I could do this all day. This is not a virus that is hitting equally across the country, but it is hitting in ways that we expect from a public health standpoint based on what we know about the country. So what my worry is, as a public health guy watching this happen in slow motion, it's like watching a movie that I sort of have seen before, right? And now I'm watching it play out in real life, and it's terrifying. Watching it, I know that as we try to reopen states, that it's going to hit some communities harder than others. And I don't have to call Governor Kemp in Georgia a racist to do that. This is not about bias or people making racist decisions. This is about the structures of power that are kind of built into our country and how those structures are going to kill people. So here's my worry. My worry about what happens next is that the plateau of this disease, people are saying, we've kind of slowed it down. It's plateaued.